You're listening to the Saturday Night Gaming podcast, Starfall, run by one of our GMs, Tony Stevens. Hope you enjoy.
And welcome back to another action-packed episode brought to you by Saturday Night Gaming. You are in Avonmore for Starfall Season 2. Currently located in Nimoria, I am Tony Stevens. I'll be your GM, your host, and hopefully somebody to bring a voice of reason to this cast and crew, but probably not. I'll let them introduce themselves, starting at my right. But before I do, I want to remind you to click like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to tell your grandmammy all about us. She's going to love to listen to our podcast. Don't go back and listen to everything you've missed until you've gotten to the end of this episode. Then you'll know exactly how amazing it all is. So we'll go ahead and starting at my right, the beautiful man with the beard. Go ahead and introduce your character and let us know what's going on with you. No, your character, not you specifically. You don't have to share too many life details.
I was going to tell you about me. If that's what you were interested in.
No, I think you should keep that a little bit personal and safe.
I don't know. Sometimes it's good to share.
Don't overshare, though.
What's your name?
My name's John.
What's your character's name?
Let me look.
Jhinn Callus.
Jhinn Callus. Yes, that is correct. He is doomed.
He's rather forgetful.
He's a doomed explorer, as are all of us.
The doom abides.
Do you remember what your character was doing?
He was
Bone spurs!
he saved everyone. He didn't rip up the dragon's sack.
The destruction of this dragon.
But he killed the dragon with his bone spurs.
He did. Yeah. He did. You actually saved the day.
I alone.
Shockingly epic.
Loved you. I alone. Oh, sorry.
I think now we're rebuilding the town maybe or something, or we're helping the town rebuild.
No, I am.
You're doing something altruistic for everybody?
No, we're not.
I did not know that you had convinced these two to rebuild a town.
I'm not doing anything.
Well, a tavern at least. We got to start somewhere.
We saved it. We saved the place. I'm taking a nap.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
At the tavern, right?
At the
tavern.
You're trying to find a tavern. Yeah.
I already found one.
Well, who are you? What's your name?
Yeah, who are you?
Amara.
Yeah, what's your name?
We're saving this place.
What's your name?
Amara.
Played by?
Jessica.
Okay.
And
you're trying to find a tavern?
Yes. No, I found one. I'm already eating and drinking my beverage. And, these people are just still kind of shook up. They need a preacher.
They're all shook up?
They need a preacher.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
They have seen the fires.
Cats and dogs
and now they need
living together.
Mass hysteria.
Mass hysteria. All right.
What up? I'm Brady. I play YipYap. And I specifically remember last time I was saving the day, but that was my point of view. You can't
were hiding across town.
You can't discredit it. It's my personal views. But that's what happened. 100%.
He did heroically show up to try and help you.
I did. I even brought some elves.
Before he was cringing in terror.
No, that wasn't me. It was
cringed
someone
in
else.
Terror.
It was someone
How
else.
do you already have 2 dice in dice jail? We haven't even started this.
I rolled them. They gave me 2 2s, and I said no.
I was fighting a bigger, better dragon on the other side of the city.
It was way more epic. You just didn't see it.
That's what happened.
I went through a portal. It was crazy.
All right, next.
I'm Ronnie. I'm playing Rogoth. He is currently traveling to Noll.
Wondering where all the big beasties are, and everybody else is like, where's BA
Noll?
barbarian that could have killed these things for us?
Where's Noll? Oh, for you. Where are you at?
Well, friends, I've been in the most magical, wonderful place in all the world. If you read my letter that I sent to all of you last time, you would know.
I read it.
When? We got a letter?
Didn't he say he was just preaching or something?
He was going to a party.
What? Where's the part? We're in the main town.
It was
Where's the
invitation
party?
only.
It was invitation only. I felt led to go there by a certain part of my anatomy.
It was pointing the way.
Like a weather vane.
What are you guys talking about?
Oh, nothing.
Nothing.
Bonfires.
You're too young.
Bonfires and drinks.
Explain it
In depth?
in depth.
No analogies.
I went to an adults only above ground pool party.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds awesome. Why weren't I there?
I'm just.
Invite only.
Oh, that's
Well,
right.
you would go out. You're made of fire. You can't go to this party.
All right, then we'll go ahead and get started. Now, on the last session, yes, Rogoth was traveling to find Noll. Noll was in, we're going to say Westport City. So that's right there above Tiramoth, where the farms
no
were.
wonder he was getting into trouble. All those Mordenathians.
They're just called Avish.
No, they're Mordenathians.
Wow, the Nemorians are really so
They'll get you in
complicated.
trouble every time.
They will. That's true.
Yeah.
So Westport City would be where Noll is. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to start off with Rogoth. He is walking along the Var Pass, which is heading north towards Westport City. Now, on your way up, you're kind of a big lumbering dude, right? You know, you got weapons, armor, so you would look a little bit more intense than a normal traveler. As you're walking along, there is a woman that is on the path. She looks kind of... And of course, I want you to imagine for yourself that you're nothing quite like the Grand Canyon, but there are rock walls on either side. Like this pass is like walking up a chiseled, there's no river left, but what you can imagine was once a river that flowed down from the north through this canyon. So you're walking up a canyon. It's not tight. You're not claustrophobic. It's as big as like a road. But you would be able to see. Somebody would see you and you would see them if you were passing in opposite directions. Now, as you're walking up, you see this woman. She looks a little bit battered, a little bit, like her clothes are kind of torn and dirty. Her face is kind of swelling and bloody. She looks very erratic and crying, obviously, yelling for help.
So basically, she's trouble. Stay away from
She
her.
seems troubled, yes.
Raise her up.
Hey, she might have just left my party.
Oh, God, I hope not.
The island.
That would be horrible. And don't come back.
I sent a picture of what it looks like.
With the woman?
Not the one what the woman looks like.
Oh.
I
Yeah.
feel like we've already seen Rogoth attack women.
Governor Carol.
Oh, she's dead.
Rogoth was like, that was my only mission here, so we're good. And if I recall correctly, you are from the north, are you?
Yes.
So you're from more than 8th?
Mm-hmm.
So you would be 8th-ish. So, Clan Lewis, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, just checking. But yeah, you'd see her running. You would notice that her attire seems more like from the north. It's 8th-ish attire. It's got the cross pattern plaid, basically.
Okay.
She's wearing plaid.
And she's yelling for help.
Yeah. Like in that kind of like, I don't want to really go into
So Rogoth was like, so what would Noll do? What would Noll do?
And he looks at his wrist and sees this bracelet that says WWND.
I can help you for a price.
I might be able to give you some, but it's not on me. It's with my father. You see, my father he's a doctor. But he's been kidnapped. Doctor napped. He's been doc napped.
He's been kidnapped. And what happened to you?
I was beaten when I tried to save him. I said, "Get away from him, you hooligans." And they said, "Back off, ye wench." And they smacked me about.
Wait, you didn't say you were a winch.
This changes.
This changes everything, winch.
This was all earned on your part. I can see your ankles. Look at how you're dressed.
Well, I may be of assistance.
Okay, thank goodness. If you follow me back up towards the Westport City, just a ways, there's a little hidey hole. It's an abandoned path. No one takes it because of how dangerous it is. But the Argyle bandits are up that way. They have my father.
The what bandits?
Argyle.
Argyle. Okay, I thought you said Argyle for a second.
I love Argyle.
No. That's what I'm wearing.
Wait. I love Argyle. I keep forgetting the voice. So. I'm not even there. I'm just saying that out loud. It's a coincidence. You know, my friend used to wear a "What Would John Do" bracelet.
Are you sure it wasn't a different meaning to the J?
Pretty sure.
All right,
'Cause
so
someone
you
asked him
travel further up the pass, and you would notice that she was correct. There does seem to be a chiseled out portion in the right wall where a tunnel cave would be located. So it would be a kind of a darker, narrow path to go in there, but she was correct about that. There's where they took my father. I would go with you, but I'm horribly afraid of enclosed spaces. And I'm just a weak woman. Not that women are weak. It's just that I've never devoted myself to any kind of form of fighting style. I thought I was going to grow up to be a doctor like my father.
Your words, not mine.
Yes, mine. All right, so do you choose to go into the secluded area?
I will say there is one price you'll have to pay. You'll have to, after I do this act, you and your father must follow me and listen to a sermon.
He's religious. Sure, why not?
And you may be required to buy a book.
He likes reading stuff. That's how he became a doctor. He's well read.
Good. We're on the same page.
Of the book?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, good.
All right, so I go in.
All right. So, like I said, it would be a tiny enclosed area, but as you walk further in, you notice it's grown quite dark. Did you carry any torches on your person or anything like that?
Wrong character.
Uh-oh. Don't want that.
Oh, no, I mean, my other character has the torches and stuff.
I got you.
No, I just have a claymore.
Okay. So it would be very hard to see at this point. But you can continue moving forward.
Yeah, I'll continue moving forward.
As you continue forward, you would kind of hear like the echoing of voices. You can make out some of what they're saying. They obviously don't sound Nimorian. They sound more Avish. They have more of that accent.
Oh, yeah, they came with us easily. I said, "Get away from me, wench." And then this old man just started crying. He said, "Don't hurt my daughter." It was funny. I poked him with a stick. The stick was sturdy.
And you'd hear like,
I don't understand. What do you need me for?
Oh, is that your old man voice?
Yes, it's my elderly doctor voice.
Is that
What one of them is, an elderly doctor. He was kidnapped.
that's what you think I sound like?
Aye, that's what he sounds like. Just you sit over there in your
We're
tavern.
not here.
We're not here.
you're not here.
We're not.
Ronnie and Ryan.
Ronnie
I'm
is
gonna
there
be
right
so
now.
difficult when I'm senile.
You are senile.
No, you're not. That's not nice.
Well, only a little.
Am I senile?
No.
Oh my goodness.
You're just a little bit difficult already.
I'm difficult.
All right, so I hear the voice as I continue forward.
Okay, so as you continue forth, you can begin to see that there is a light. They seem to have built like a fire for themselves inside this larger cavern. They've got what looks like a cast iron pot over the fire, maybe making some sort of stew or brewing mead, who knows.
I love stew.
And you can see in the corner that there is an elderly man, a little bit better dressed with some argyle socks, but he is tied up. And 3 larger men are gathered around.
I
sitting
love
on
elderly
rocks.
men tied up with just socks, surrounded by 3 men.
You are not here.
Oh, I'm not there. Okay, I'm senile.
Just don't listen to me. It's fine, I'm seeing.
I'm seeing Noll.
See, no. I know. Comment and like. Okay,
Oh, yeah.
you can continue.
I approach forward.
Do you do so stealthily, or do you just walk in?
I just walk in.
Oi, oh there, big fella. What do you think you're doing here? This is a private cavern.
What you cooking?
Good looking.
That there is a little bit of brewed stew from some leftover meat that I found off of a hillside break.
Not bad, not bad. Could be eating better.
Well, what would you consider better, friend?
Only if you followed the ways of Aiden.
Aiden. Look, you sound like you're from one of the clans, alright? And by the talks of it, probably, what is it? That old one, Burning Bright. That's right, Clan Lewis.
Aye. That I am from.
Well, we call Lewis a little something different where I come from. Clan Loser.
I was just breathing in. I was
Are they all sitting at this point?
Yeah, they're roughly like sitting on larger rocks and stuff that they've kind of like gathered around inside the cavern, sitting around the cast iron pot.
In his mind, he hears, "Strike them down."
Strike them down.
all your hate?
Feel your hatred.
So yeah, he's about to. He's tried diplomacy. He is going to try to do what Noll does. He's like, looks like I'm going to my old ways. So he's about to clean house.
All right. Let me see real quick. Western. Oh my. These documents have gotten a bit jumbled around. Hold on 1 second, please. Loading. Loading. Dial-up service. World document. That's not correct. Sorry. Here we go. All right, I found it. Goodness. All right. So I'm assuming you're just striking one down at a time.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll put them at a difficulty level 4, which would bring it to 12.
Okay.
Starting out.
All right, I'm going to use 2 might to bring that one down. To attack the first one.
All right. So you have an edge in might, correct?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So that brings him down to 9.
Yes. That's going to be a 16.
That's a success. Were you just using a base attack?
Yeah, I was using my claymore.
All right. What's the damage setting off of that?
6 damage.
All right. So basically, as you lunge forward with the claymore at the one that's been talking to you, I'm assuming, he raises up his arm as he sees you. I mean, you're obviously moving a big weapon towards him, but he raises his arm up like, "Oi, what are you doing?" And then you just, thunk, like, and this part of his left forearm just cleaves clean off. The other two hopping up now, unholstering their weapons. They basically have like axes and spears. It's normally what they roll with.
Oi! Listen here, little man. That's the wrong move, and you've just stepped in it.
So it would be their go at this point, so you can roll a defensive maneuver.
Okay.
Base would be 12.
I got hit.
All right, so that would be 4 damage before armor. All right. And you would go again.
All right, I'm going to attack.
Basically, one of them swung down with his axe, and it caught into your side a little bit, but your armor took most of that damage.
Okay. I'm going to strike him back. Oh, barely missed it. 11.
All right, so you swing that broadsword, or the claymore that you have, but it is a larger weapon, and you're moving a little bit slower after he hits you, so he was able to dodge and evade from that, and now recovering to swing back at you again. So you can roll defensive maneuver.
Oh God, it's counting down.
And he hacks right into your back with that axe. That one actually sinks in a little bit, and you feel it. The other one that's moving around you with the spear, he says,
See, that's why we call them clan loser.
I missed.
You just turned to mist?
all right, so you swing and a miss again.
I'm not wasting my XP, man.
Clumping probably into the rock wall with the longer blade as it is.
Just need to calm down, not fight with anger, not fight with anger, not fight with you!
All right, so go ahead and roll your...
We get one.
You get one. It's usually Stein that does it. So go ahead and roll evasion again. The one with the spears lunging towards you.
Well, now I get to test out all my dice.
All of them.
15.
Awesome. So as he lunges in, you just roll the opposite direction, and his spear moves right past you and hits into the rock wall.
Alright, so I'm going to try and attack him. 13.
Success. All right. So as you move back into position, you swing forward, basically moving in, I'm assuming, just a straightforward strike at that point, sinking right into his belly. Now, that your blade is caught in his friend's gut. The other one that's not missing an arm or has a blade in his gut is going to come back at you with his axe again.
You leave my friends alone.
And he's done really well at hitting you a bunch with this axe. He seems to be a well-trained soldier, or as you call it from your region, a trodach.
Being attacked by fleas. Meese.
All right, so you move to swing again, but he's getting used to your fighting style. He seems, like I said, he seems to be a well-trained soldier. So you can roll defensive again, as he would return attack to you. Kind of like in a full spin, and he hacks right in. Oh, all right, so it's worth the XP this time.
It's worth. Yeah, no.
That was about to be bad. All right, let's go.
You can have one of these, but you can't have all of them.
So he cleaves into your shin guard at this point. He's trying to kneecap you. Luckily, he hit your shin guard instead of straight up kneecapping you. It's a good thing you had not rolled a 1 there.
Yeah. I'm going to try and attack back again. Man.
Is that a 1?
No.
It's a 2?
It's a 3.
Okay. All right, so yeah, swinging wild with this sword. He's really beginning to read your movements, and he's stepped out of the way and coming back down again with his axe. They are not in his favor tonight.
Am I there?
I'm afraid to roll now.
Once you begin fighting, it's hard for you to stop. Oh god, I'm berserk now.
Yeah, you're in the middle of a battle.
Oh,
that won't matter until it's the old man.
Alright, so now I'm trying to dodge. 20.
Oh, that's good.
As he's coming down with his axe, you're in a complete fury, and you grab the handle of the axe and just hold it in place.
Okay. So that would give me an asset, right?
Yeah.
Okay. That's a speed asset. I don't need to use that right now. 14.
And you are clear to go.
14.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how would you like to hit him? I mean, with one hand on the axe, I don't know if you can still swing the claymore. Like he's right here in your face, but you can try. I'm sure at your warrior level, maybe you've practiced how to do one-handed claymore killing. You can even do a pommel strike if you want.
Probably do a pommel strike. Bash.
And what is you have bash, right? What does that do?
It's a pummeling melee attack.
Is it
it's one less point of damage, but the target is hindered or he's dazed for 1 round.
Okay, so but your blade is a heavy weapon, correct?
Yeah, it's a heavy weapon.
So that would make it take it down from a 6 to a 5.
Mm-hmm.
But when you're berserk, does that add any attack bonus or just make it to where you can't stop fighting?
I just can't stop fighting. And I get 2 additional points of damage with any attack.
Right. So 2 additional points. So even though it's at a 5, you're at 7 now. Mm-hmm. So yeah, you've crushed his skull. Like basically you come down with the pommel of your claymore into his face and it just goes catering his face in, and he falls to the floor as the one with the missing left arm gets onto his feet and he's like, "Screw this!" And he just starts running out the cavern the opposite direction. The closest threat to you is the old man in Argyle tied to a rock. I will need you to roll intelligence to remove yourself from Berserker, and if I remember correctly, What's the level that you
Difficulty 2.
have? Difficulty 2, so 6.
17.
Nice. So you're able to start taking in deep breaths as the blood and brain guts is dripping off of the pommel of your claymore and the blood is running down the blade of it. You're still taking in deep breaths as the doctor lays tied before you.
Thank you, young man. You have saved me.
Don't thank me, thank Aiden.
Ah, yes. The great god of the hearth and home. A peaceful god of fire.
I'm taking you and your daughter to a sermon later.
A sermon? Well, I am always about hearing the holy man speak. Fine, but there is a tavern along the way that we must stop at. It would do me some great good because I have stowed some coin there, and if you would allow me to give you coin upon arrival at the tavern, that would make me very happy.
Sure.
Good. All right. So at that point, you're able to, I'm assuming, untie him and return out of the cave. Now, as you come out of the cavern, you notice that she's still there, and you see a trail of blood leading away from Stumpy. But it's gone long. He's long gone. He's running high speed to get away from you because you just killed all his friends, obviously. All right. So as you walk further up the path, there is a tavern. I don't know why this folder keeps running away from me each time I try to pull it up.
It's missing an arm, man.
It keeps pulling up this other folder. That's not what I need.
I'm going to be quite frustrated with... There it is. All right.
Thank goodness. All right, so he takes you up to the tavern, and it's near Westport City, just on the outskirts. And as you're walking towards it, you see actually a large grouping of people. Some of them don't even seem to be drunks or warriors or people that would normally migrate to a tavern. Some of them seem to be covered in soot and damage from what seems to be a fire. Many of them are wailing and crying, talking about how they've lost their jobs and their homes. The walls have fallen to the great city of Cartref. The darkness that befell the city was something that you would never even imagine in a million years. There was a small creature, green skin, trying to save the day. He almost died.
What?
And then a man emblazed with fire, a skeleton, raised from the dead, and used these sharp, pointy bones on the end of his fists.
Bone spurs!
That's what he called them. He called them bone spurs.
That's what I called them.
And he killed the dragon.
Huh. So anyways, Rogoth is there to collect the coin and try to find Noll. It's like he hears all this. It's like, so that's what they've been doing. Killing dragons. Huh. Neat.
As you walk closer, there's actually a fellow that's standing outside the door. He's like, yeah, that was a crazy party last night. I'm telling you that preacher, man. Whew, man, I'd buy his book 1,000 times, I'll tell you that much. What's that? Yep, those weird fighters from down south of Cartref. I think I saw them walk in. They're sitting at the back of the bar, but stay away from that little green one. He's kind of quirky, and he keeps asking for goat's milk. Oh, who are you, big fella?
I'm Rogoth. I'm here to find Noll.
Oh, it's just you kind of seem splattered in blood. You okay?
Oh, it's not my blood.
Oh, well, welcome here. We get all sorts, warriors from the north, travelers from the
Except
south.
for that. Ow.
Yeah, that does look to be a little bit deep. You might want to get like a bluey Band-Aid to put on top of that.
Oh,
But yeah, welcome on in, man. Get you a drink at the bar. Here, tell them it's on me. Tell them Micah sent you.
All right, will do.
All right. And as you walk in, you see that there are several people that are just draped over tables, drunk. Like you can smell the alcohol just kind of like emanating from their pores. They're sleeping in all sorts of weird positions on the floors. Some sort of extended party, we'll say, happened here. And the remains of it are like a battlefield, but a battlefield of joy and tequila.
I'm looking around like, looks like I just missed him.
And of course, you do see that there is people that you would recognize. YipYap's hard to misplace. And he is sitting at the counter, jumping around, talking about how sturdy his stick is and how the dragon was scared of him.
Yeah, it was. It was very scared of me. You should have seen it. It died because of me.
It died because it was so scared.
I had to play like I was scared. But my sturdy stick came in handy and saved the day.
It did not save
That
the
stick
day.
is mine.
It did not save the day.
I just gotta let my team members
Hey, I can do that.
have a little bit of fame. So I
They're
told
just passing
everyone.
it back and forth.
I told everyone that this man, he saved the day. Mm-hmm.
That was good.
And you would
To
notice
me.
on the other end of the bar,
I'll give his stick
kind of
back.
slouched over and asleep in his arms like this with a big book of aid. Or tell me what the title is one more time.
How could you forget?
It's really hard for me to remember all the words.
Pelestential faith for a weird world and other musings.
It's a very thick book, and he's sleeping on it. It's got kind of like the imprint on his face from the etchings of the title of the book.
Who is?
The preacher.
Oh.
No, Justin.
Oh, you're
No,
sleeping on your book.
Josteen. The preacher we all love.
Well, I don't need to wake him right now.
Don't
That'd be
wake.
rude.
Hey, is that Rogoth I hear?
And he's awake.
His
And
deep,
he's-
rumbly voice, like an alarm.
Hey, my goodness, what happened to you?
Spreading the word, Aiden.
Hey, I get it. Sometimes that happens.
All right.
Here, hey, come here for a second.
Spreading the news.
Let me heal you with the power of Aiden, and also repair flesh, which I've recently gained.
What was that on? Repair Flesh? That was... I can't remember it
on
exactly.
176.
Because I remember it's got
think
kind of
I
a
can-
unique
I can take him up.
a damage thing if he
yeah.
used one.
No,
When you touch an
Josteen.
impaired or debilitated character.
Like it? Well, if I do this.
Alternatively, if you use this ability on a PC during a rest, which he would be currently resting right now, you grant them a +2 bonus to their recovery roll. So you can spend 3 intellect points, and he can roll a d6 and get a +2 to it, if that's what you'd like to do. And you can use your edge. Do you have an edge in intellect?
3. I just added one.
Wow, so free. So you just basically make a free repair flesh roll against him, and he can roll a d6 and throw green coins everywhere.
He really wants a drink. Get this man a drink. He has thrown his coins on the bar.
All right, so you can roll a d6, Ronnie. He's
Hey,
basically
Rogoth,
put
let me
you
heal
a
real
+2
quick.
to it.
Let me
Lay hands.
place my palm against the beautiful forehead of yours.
So it's
Or green.
all right.
Lord Aiden, heal this man.
So that got you back all your damage, just not the effort that you put into lowering the first one.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty good. All right, so... Excuse me. I appreciate you for bringing me here. And hold on, I've a locked chamber over here. The bartender was allowing me to stay here because I'm a doctor. And I have healed many people in this region, so hold on. He shuffles across, takes out this large iron key and unlocks this chamber door, goes in and then comes back out, and he says, I thank you so kindly for all the work you did to save me. And, how can I repay you with gold? I'm sure you appreciate
Oh no,
gold.
I like silver. I'm another character there now. I'm a different person.
No, don't be a different person.
Thank you for your time and attention, sir.
What? I was over here watching the whole time, and I didn't get nothing.
Also, I will hand you this remedy potion. Use wisely. It is
Can I
a
get
cipher.
something?
So this would
I'm
take up a
just,
cipher spot if you wanted to keep it. So you can either trade one out or hand it to somebody who only has
he
one
doesn't
cipher.
get an extra one since it's a quest reward. No.
Well, it takes up a cipher spot. So it is the cipher herbal remedy.
Hey, can I get one of those yellows?
Just cause. Oh,
Yeah,
don't forget to give
no.
your XP.
I think he has it.
Sorry.
I need one just cause.
Shut up.
I need one just cause. I don't have any.
Shut up.
You don't remember? I said,
Who
I
has
killed the
one
dragon.
cipher?
I killed the
I'm
dragon.
telling him to
remember?
shut up.
Do you have are you full on ciphers?
I've got 2 ciphers.
Does anybody have less than 2 ciphers?
I have 2. Mine are just gross.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
I have the lust cipher and the sticky strands of goo cipher, which was completely random.
So random. It really
I
was
actually rolled these things.
Hey,
Yeah.
I can help you knock both those ciphers out right now.
Oh,
Sounds like the party.
You should have
I'm
been
looking, I'm
here
looking.
24 hours ago.
What's the question? Is he giving us one?
I mean, if you
seeing
want,
if anybody has one to hold.
What are yours?
if you want one,
What are
I want to keep mine.
What are they?
I have a
Give 'em to
poison
me.
explosive,
they? What's your other one?
I'll take
a
it.
mind meld.
I'll take
well,
that.
what does it do?
Vulcan mind meld.
Well,
but what does mind meld actually do?
What
Can you
does
let
the
me know?
remedy do?
It's a mind com.
It's mind com.
I want mine calm.
Would you like to give up matter transfer?
No!
Yeah, what does the remedy do?
You should probably get mind com because it seems like something you would use.
What does the remedy do? What if we want to throw back at the old man so we don't want
It
it?
would have been helpful last session. I could have been like, yo, get here.
Yip, yip, yip.
Yeah, what is the mind?
Yip, yip, yip.
Let's see.
His name is Yip, yip. Yip,
Can you
yip,
control
yip,
the
yip.
person?
'Cause
No, you can
talk
talk.
to them.
You can talk to them no matter where they're at.
No matter what.
I've got
Just, I would dump that one.
emitter,
For
if I
10
were you,
turns.
Ron.
but I would
Just
do
get
one.
rid of
Yeah,
that
it
one.
sucks. We're trying to be next to each other.
Right, we're trying to keep the party together, so that's probably the most useless one. I would just
You're
dump that one and take a
useless.
purple.
What do you think of
You
that?
ever seen Scooby-Doo?
Watch, we need this later.
I know. We probably will need it later. but
If I remember correctly, I set this as a repair unit basically, but
Let me,
you would just get like a free recovery roll.
we're looking at what the mind
Free
meld
recovery
is.
roll.
Mind
Okay.
meld.
Oh, it's our. We already know what it is.
Here,
well,
here.
I can,
Well, I just want to know,
I
like,
can repair the
Lets a
flesh
user
now, so
speak
maybe we don't need
telepathically
the
with a
Yeah,
remedy.
give it to
creature they
old
can
man.
see. Hey, shush.
okay, so you still have to be able to see them still.
I'm
That's a-
taking her roll remedy.
Yeah.
He can do telepathy
If we can see
telepathy
him,
with
we're-
a creature
we're not
that he can
discreet.
see
We just gonna
within
yell
a
about
short
it.
distance.
We're not a very discreet party over here. We're just gonna be like, hey! Like-
How you doing? We all drunk in a tavern. This is the closest one that wasn't destroyed.
Where was you at?
We had to travel almost all the
really
way to the
needed your
north just to
help,
get a
man.
drink.
YipYap literally almost died. He had two things left.
That's
Okay,
not what
two.
happened.
Just
No.
You're lying.
Hold on, please. Wait. My daughter, Anakara, and I have been told that there was a man of great speech, a man of pure belief and the fire of Aiden here.
How did they get back to here so quick from the path?
Walking.
Oh,
This man directed us all
We've
the
been in
way
this
to
tavern a long time.
You've been drinking for days. Look around you. There are bodies littered about that smell of tequila.
Oh, well.
Sir, my name is Doctor.
Your
Doctor
name's
who?
Doctor?
Just Doctor.
Like, is that
I have a
one
name?
name, or is your first name Doc and your last name
Tor.
Is your first name V?
Doctor?
My first name is Thee. How did you know?
Well, hello, Doctor.
I've seen war in my time. It was very disheveling.
I am the Noll Jostein. Perhaps you recognize me.
Think.
I have heard tell of your name. Very famous, sir.
I am idolized by millions, yes.
Well, consider me one of them now.
I hear you've come here today to hear a sermon from a great man.
Of course.
And I'm here to tell you that I believe that great man is the one who led you here, Rogoth.
He
Rogoth,
is
my
great.
friend, I believe it is time for you to give your first sermon.
Oh,
God.
dear. To Rogoth.
Hey,
I
buddy,
will
we
drink to that.
all have to practice. I've
Oh,
written
Aiden.
a beautiful sermon here for you.
Aiden, help me.
Aiden's love will flow through your words, much like a certain type of flowing that happens in this sermon that I've written for you. Everybody gather round.
Let's see if I can do this with a straight face.
Hurry, everyone, wake up. Ankara, go around with the smelling salts so all of these worried and weary travelers can hear this great sermon.
Dear friends, just as a full bladder carries the promise of relief,
Oh my god.
our way of life is the release of primal, a liberation of our truest selves. In battle, we unleash the power of our untamed spirits, much like that moment when you finally find a suitable place to relieve your bursting bladder. It's a glorious burst of energy and vitality. Aiden smiles upon us, barbarians, for we embody the untamed flames of his essence. We are a force of nature unencumbered by the constraints of civilization. We dance with the elements, our spirits roaring like a fire that devours all in its path. Just as taking a long pee brings relief, our battles bring release, a catharsis of emotion, a purging of stress. We let out the primal screams, much like the roaring blaze of Aiden's fire. We find solace in the chaos of combat, a sanctuary where we are truly ourselves. So, my friends, let us revel in the joys of this warrior path, for it is a journey of liberation and a release of our inner fire. It is an offering to Aiden, who guides us in the dance of unbridled, glorious mayhem. Let our spirit flow steadily like a hard streaming tinkle as we honor Aiden and ourselves on this wild and untamed adventure. Can I get it, Aiden?
Aiden!
Friend, that was beautiful. I might be out of a job soon.
Here, I actually have this also, if it does truly burn so much when you tinkle.
It burns with the fire of Aiden.
I'll take that, thank you.
Oh my god.
Repair flesh.
Yeah, I can see it.
Oh my.
Oh my goodness. All right.
That was a challenge.
Now, go ahead and give me a roll for mental.
Junk.
Yes.
Well, I've been drinking for days.
You have been drinking for days. Here's this.
Days. And days. However long it took them to walk all the way from the path to the city of Carter. Half the city's probably been rebuilt by now.
Aiden.
Can't afford to
You
buy you all.
hear an echo inside your mind.
It is time.
I can't buy them all. I have to take it.
Bring them to the cavern. They will be devoured. by the shadow.
The shadow knows.
Past the cliffs.
I mean, we was going there anyway. Because I'm going home, so.
He thought.
But you must convince them.
Okay.
Hey, you guys are here too?
What
Yeah.
did you do this whole time?
What
I
up,
just cheered
preacher?
Rogoth before I knew what his sermon was about. I probably wouldn't have cheered him if I had known.
Many
what his sermon
people
was
knew what his
about.
sermon was about after they woke up, fully drunk, full of bladders, and they all said, "Oh yeah."
Oh my god! All right,
Hey, did you get my letter, by the way?
I did.
I did not.
He
You did? What?
He was looking for you somewhere. This little street urchin brought it to me.
Street urchins.
Oh, I'm sorry, friend. I hope you weren't worried about me.
I was.
Well, I'm glad you're here today. I'm glad y'all weren't here yesterday.
I thought he was in Westport City. I'm confused.
Yeah, Westport City.
Well,
You're in a tavern just outside of Westport.
Hey, damn.
I have a lot of ore on me right now, y'all.
Okay.
I think we should take this to the cliffs.
Okay.
I'm busy.
Let's go.
All right.
I want to go home. This is where I'm from, y'all. It's the coolest place ever.
All right, never
I
mind.
forgot to write you a detailed description of what it looked like.
I can let you say it. That sounds fair.
See how I feel about that. Okay. When we get there.
Could me and Jhinn snap the ore back and forth between the two of us?
You can't see it. It's not just sitting out here. It's tucked away.
It comes with its own
Just the
difficulties.
two
Is it
of
in that
us.
bag right there?
No.
We
It's hidden
can make
somewhere.
it if we try. Just
Oh my.
the two of us.
Well,
I hope not.
I'll get it eventually.
Oh my gosh.
All right. So heading down, we'll go ahead and do fast travel and assume that everybody's had time to rest. If anybody needs to make any kind of recovery rolls or rest, is anybody short on their stuff or damaged at all?
Nope.
Yes.
We've
Two.
been resting for days.
2.
All right. I'll assume that you've got the time.
So
to
we're
do it.
going through. Oh, we're going through. So we're walking back through the ferry where he stole the anvil, and through the plains and all that mess.
Yeah, as you're walking through, there are many who know you in the farmlands. They're like, "Hey, thanks again for everything you did. We hate Grauman. Oh, no, it's
Hank-
back."
Is Hank there?
He's standing, leaned against the door frame. He's grown his mustache slightly larger than the rest of his beard and curled it on the ends. "Hello, kind stranger.
Hello.
And you, tall preacher." And he winks at him.
Hey there, friend.
"I missed you both. That one night long ago was super. Man."
He said super.
Judgment. Judgment oozes.
Hey, I guess it was all right. Yeah.
The Witcher says all the time.
Oh, yeah. And then, of course, back through where you killed the larcenists.
Hey, damn.
They're still reading or practicing to read your book.
So
Past the plains of Ratha, where you see just a gigantic cavity in the ground.
My goodness, what happened here?
You want to tell
this
me?
is where the dragon. You can tell.
He
him
said
about
what
the
happened in
hole
this
the ground.
gigantic cavern in the
There's a
plains of
hole in the
Ratha.
ground where the dragon came.
Oh,
Last time we were
Business.
here, it was bones.
important hero business.
This was business time.
Mm-hmm.
Business time.
Don't worry about it. Top secret.
All right.
And of course, you would get all the way down past that to Amara, where you might need to run a little bit faster because somebody might have burned down a water temple real close to here.
But I thought, didn't
They would like you
We made that okay. Didn't we smooth that over before
with
we
the
left there?
simple folk, but you're
yeah.
getting closer to like intelligent people this away. So like these would be the smart people. These are like, I ain't never seen no school before. Smart people.
Well, I think where I'm at now, I could probably handle anybody.
You would be coming up upon a large swinging bridge. And from this level, you can notice that with the bridge arcing across, you're on the low side. So the cliffs of Loshaw are slightly up. So this bridge kind of just swings in between, and it's one of those like Indiana Jones style rope with wooden slats. Some of the slats missing. All right. So that's where you would need to move across in order to get to the upper plains, which is the cliffs of Loshaw. All right.
Whoa.
So everybody who's going across, actually, everybody give me a roll off of a d20. We're going to do an initiative roll
A 5.
to see who goes first.
10.
All right. Rolling. And this is a D20.
It is. Ooh, you go last.
Okay, let me add the D20.
Could have really shown them how to walk across, I think.
That was not my roll. I gotta change the color. We're gonna change it to red. No, not that one. It's gonna be white. This one's gonna be red.
Oh, dear sweet Aiden.
All right, here we go. We have rolled a 7, the luckiest number.
So Rogoth goes first.
He
Oh,
goes
what did
first.
you get?
12.
12. Okay, so you and then followed by Rogoth. That makes sense. He's your bodyguard. All right, so give me a dex roll. We're going to set the difficulty at 4 to cross the bridge. So that's a 12 total.
That's going to be... Okay.
So speed is your dex.
15.
Oh. So you just kind of like, as you're walking towards the bridge, you're kind of swaying back and forth from all of the drinking that you've been doing. And then as soon as you set on a foot on the swaying bridge, it's like he's walking straight. Like with speed and fervor. He's just like, Aiden, hear me, I'm coming. And just walks across the bridge. Rogoth, right behind him.
10.
All right. So as it swings back and forth, you actually are going to step straight through where one of the slats is missing, and you're stuck for the moment.
Okay.
It's Aiden's will.
What did you get?
I got a 7.
So you would be next. So go ahead and give me a roll from your D20.
You want
This
to
is
roll?
based on speed.
It's going to cost you.
Oh, speed.
Here we go.
Okay.
Rolling.
Rolling.
I got a 16.
So
I'm
you
gonna
would
add
actually
speed.
kind of tiptoe across.
Do I add speed to it?
You're fine. You just could have used it
I
to
have
lower it if you
speed.
needed to, but you didn't need to.
Okay, cool.
So you're tiptoeing across. You see Rogoth has fallen through the slats, and you just kind of like, oh my! Kind of
Is that what I sound like?
Maybe, I don't know. How did you?
Oh no!
That
Sucks to be him!
sucks to suck. And you jump over him and keep following the.
And I'm like,
preacher.
la 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 la. As I skip.
And,
It's because I'm so light, my bones are hollow like a bird.
YipYap.
Wait, why wouldn't I help him?
I
Okay.
don't know.
I have.
But you didn't.
Okay. I have an enabler
God.
to
Oh,
running.
it's because it's Aiden's
You
will.
So I'm going to run so the
That's why.
enabler works.
Okay, that's fine.
There we go. And then.
It's Aiden's
What's
Like,
the
you-
class?
Huh?
What's the class?
It's a difficulty 4, so it's 12 is the stat that you're rolling against.
Okay, so I need to roll 9.
9.
15. Ooh, I'm rolling good. Give me this.
He does come and jump off of your head and keep moving.
I do an extra bounce on his head too.
Well, flippity flop off of your head.
It's very aggravating.
Well, he's stuck. He can't do nothing.
And of course, you need to cross the bridge now.
Well, I'm not using that one. Both of these have
Sit
rolled
it
really.
on top.
Put it in dice jail. We'll fit it.
Shove it in. All right.
I think that's it. I think that's all I can take.
No,
That's too much.
I'll make
Four.
it fit.
This oars weigh me down, man.
So you go to move across the bridge, and you actually break more slats that are very close to Rogoth. And the two of you are now hanging from the ropes of the rope bridge. I'm going to need both of you to roll to maneuver your way up this bridge as you notice that the rope is beginning to unthread itself at the lower end.
Oh, shoot.
We need
I
to
am
roll
trained
what
in
now?
climbing.
We need to roll what now?
You're rolling a deck save again.
17.
Ah, that's much better.
Ooh.
No, are you gonna fall?
No, I'm not.
Okay, good. I didn't know you had so many thingies.
He saved a doctor to get those.
He just got them.
You're stressing me out.
7.
Mm-hmm.
So, as you're hanging from the rope, Amara Windwalker is actually somehow capable of, like, very gracefully getting back on top of the rope, and
Use
then
the wind.
she runs across it back up to the top. As you see the rope give way, and the bridge starts swinging down as you slam against the cliff face, but still holding on to the rope. That would be 4 before damage, or before armor, just to the crushing blow of hitting the rock wall.
Rogoth, no.
Oh no!
All right, so
He's looking at his friend swinging from a bridge on a cliff wall. You have an advantage to climbing, is that what you said?
yes,
Okay, so that would bring it down to a 9 with that asset.
19.
Man, as soon as he hits that rock wall, he's just like, just one muscular arm over the other and pulls himself up the rope to the cliff face and lifts himself up.
I knew you could do it. I wasn't worried at all.
As you stand there, you would notice that these are like sweeping plains with waving grass. There's no trees, but constant wind. So it's just blowing through at a constant rate, and you can, like, it's deafening almost to hear it. The tall grasses and low bushes and wildflowers that are growing in them, you can see that there is like ground creatures, kind of like mice and rats that can move about and burrow. You can see little burrows in the ground. And then in the distance, you would notice that there are settlements, like large. There's a large like hut house built into the ground itself.
You can't really tell. It just looks like.
It looks like
It
grass,
just
like
looks
a
like
big
a
mound of
mound.
grass.
If you didn't know it was there,
Hobbit holes.
you wouldn't know. No, it's like really big.
I know, but like a sod longhouse. Sod.
Sod house.
A sod house.
Minecraft dirt house.
It's too bad you don't work in like lawn care, or you'd be able to see.
I don't even know what sod looks
You
like.
get advantaged looking for this. But
So
as
this
far
is
as the
what-
rest of you are
This is what the
concerned,
cliffs look like. And then this is kind of the entrance to one of the longhouses. And they are like really freaking huge longhouses.
Well, I see them. They're right there. Boom, I found them.
that looks like sod.
So like this is a normal sized door, but underneath, inside it can house like
That's pretty
up to-
obvious.
it can house up to like 100 people.
What? That is not 100 people sod house.
It is.
Is it?
Yeah,
I'm looking right
they're based
now.
on historical.
Can I
I'm
see
looking
it?
right
I
now
wanna
for
see
the.
it.
They must be
It's
little
in the
midget
chat.
people.
Longhouse.
I'm looking right now for the interior of the longhouse. Hang on, I have it.
It's a door.
Is that New Zealand?
That's nice. Yeah.
That's just to get into the longhouse, and that is very long.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it's
done
long.
deep
I
in
thought you said a
long.
lawn house.
So long.
Oh, I believe it then.
It's a hobbit house.
And this is the cliffs that you're
That's what I was
on.
saying.
Scary.
You can see ocean in the distance. It's very deafening, like.
It's like how the wind's always blowing at the beach. So this is what the interior of the longhouse looks like. So each of those little things that look like rooms actually house like up to 2 families.
Who drew this?
I did.
It looks okay.
Let me see. What are you drawing?
So it's
far
all,
as
it's all
blueprints go.
underground.
As far as blue, I see
Nice.
better. I like schematics.
But it's based on an actual Viking
She drew it out like
longhouse
we're about to rob them. They got nothing.
from back in the day.
Can we rob?
Back in the
This
day.
is low even for me.
No, you're the lowest of all of us
Mm-hmm.
to the ground.
Now, as you step onto the cliffs, you do notice that one of these doors, one of these small hidey holes, opens, and outwalk a familiar face. You can tell that it is the Druva, Imris, and his good elven companion, Talardiol.
Yes.
And he walks out from there.
Would I recognize him or no? I
You
don't
all met him when he met you in Cartref at the very beginning, before you saw Commoner Carol.
Okay.
And he told you about the fallen star ore and how they were trying to purify the land. But he would come out and he would say, "Welcome to Druvesta. I see that you have all arrived successfully in one piece. Some damaged a little, some scar tissue. Your stick looks very sturdy, sir, and
Thank you, it is.
with a new spearhead to it, it seems.
Who told you it was new?
Because it was not there when last I saw you.
When did you see me last? You
We
weird
met
old
this
man.
guy already.
Oh.
He's
Met
the
you
one who
before,
told
you
us
strange
to
fey
gather the
creature.
ore in the first place.
Oh yeah, hey, what's going on, big dog? Hey, dap me up real quick.
I'm gonna walk over to the shrine of Meradros that's there beside the longhouse and pray.
Yes, welcome to the shrine
That's what you're
of
supposed to do.
Merdros and Monovin. This is the shrine of the old gods of water and sea.
old gods. The shrine of the old gods.
Some have told us of sabotage and arson to other shrines, but here they are protected by the Druva,
I'm gonna pour out some water from the shrine.
You said arson?
As
Who would
an
do
offering.
that?
who would. Indeed.
That is a shameful act.
Hey,
I agree.
perhaps, guys, we should not burn down this one.
This guy's cool.
Just a little heads up. Let's
It's not a temple. It's just literally like this. I had a picture
It's
somewhere.
a
of
dirt
it.
house.
They're like wood carved, kind of like the Odin thing,
You're
but they're like a little bit bigger, and it's one for each of them. I'll try to find a picture.
for each of them.
You talking about the statues?
The shrines, yeah.
I know where.
And of course, at this area, you would see that the cliffs themselves are overlooking what the locals call the canyon itself is called Nimir's Sacrifice, and then you have the raging river that lies beneath. It's like rapids, like whitewater rapids that are just constantly flowing, and they actually call those the raging river of tears. From when she tried to sacrifice herself to save the land from encroaching darkness and
Did she
shadow.
fail?
She and her dragon were both killed.
Oh.
Yes.
So she's
I
a
hear
loser.
you asking questions there, skeleton lad.
So she's a loser, is what you're telling me.
She sacrificed her life and,
And-
managed to save us all.
Oh, she saved us.
Yes, she
saved
saved us
me.
Oh, yes, if you're here, she did save us.
This was
Ratha, her dragon,
I
even
was not
sacrificed
here then.
himself to lay his bones in the plains of.
I'm a maid of bones.
I don't think he's.
I just broke my pencil.
We may have awakened him on accident.
The great dragon Ratha.
We killed him.
That
I killed him
you
He's
killed
lying.
Ratha.
I did it.
He did, but
with
Roth-
the help of
But
Adan.
Ratha was burning down Carter.
Why would Rothar do
Wait, what-
such a thing? He was the
well,
only dragon that would help us in battle against the other
wanted
dragons.
A bunch of ore that you sent us to get. You
He
didn't
was
warn
poisoned
us.
by the ore.
Yeah, you didn't warn us.
Is that what all that smoke and all those charred people were?
Yes, they were dead people from when the dragon attacked the city.
Wow.
You missed
See, I was
that.
wondering what happened there.
I miss so much.
You did.
You and me
Did
both.
miss it.
Yes, that's quite a shameful thing.
We should probably send some
Flowers.
people there
Oh,
to
yeah,
build
people.
the shrine and help the people that live there.
I have some Druva still rebuilding the shrine in Meridros's bounty, but we can more than likely afford more to help the people of Nimoria. After all, that's what we do.
Indeed.
Agreed.
I concur.
What can I just say? Indeed.
Because I am higher ranking Druva than you.
So I poured some water in front of the shrine. I've offered my offering. I am done. So I have this ore now.
And you would see that Talardion is actually sitting and he's carving. Like he's just whittling away, like with a small knife.
It seems that you are not quite yourself, young lady.
Oh, is he Cajun? I didn't know.
He is somewhat fresh.
uh,
It is alpha they talk. Oui, oui.
I feel cranky.
You look very cranky. I can tell by the way your face rests. Oh, indeed.
Well, I think that it has become more pertinent to purify the lands than it was before. And I tell you this,
My brothers and sisters, the Alpha, they too require assistance. The great tree is poisoned. If you manage to purify the ore, I would request of you a small favor for Talardion.
He's totally Cajun.
Something like that. It's fine. If you could travel to the north. I am not Cajun. There is no New Orleans here.
Well, hey, Sherry.
To the north. I don't want to go to Mordenay. To the
Central.
north?
No. Travel to the north of here. Obviously, here everything is to the north, but there is the Feywell. I need you to visit. The tree is, how you say, not doing well, wilting at the roots.
Yeah, that's how you say it.
That is exactly correct.
Hey, we could heal it with the fire of Aiden.
Let's set the tree on fire.
Yes, my friends,
My sentiments
the
exactly.
Druva will coach you through what you need to do for purifying the stone. But if you could then travel up to Terraman Wood to Alpha 2 and help my brethren, that would mean a great deal to Talardion.
Okay. I've always wanted to see the Fey Woods.
Merci is a word for thank you.
It's not French.
Oui, oui.
It is not French.
What is this France?
That does not exist here.
and so they know that you have the ore. Obviously, you brought it back for them, and they've called for a gathering of the Druva and the four-head Druva. The Ard Druva is what they are called. And these four elderly, well-practiced, very intelligent, strong in their magic elementals have gathered around to coach you through what needs to be done now that you have gathered this ore. The lead of them is the oldest. He is the Ard Druva of Wosha himself.
Listen very carefully. What I tell you next is of great importance. You must travel down to the cave by the seawall. We call this cave Drulaka. But in traveling there, one must know themselves very well. Your sins, your fears, your weaknesses will be used against you in these great caverns. But only through traveling through your own fear, by accepting the light of the fire of Aiden, can he guide you through this darkness. So, my friends, I can tell who you are faithful to. Follow the fire of Aiden through the shadows, and there at its end, purify the ore.
I shall do so.
Rely upon each other.
Nope.
Even the most ugly and humble of you.
That's me. Wait a second.
Hey, did you read my letter?
Who, me?
No, I'm talking to him. I just told
Oh,
you
the
all the
old
same
dude?
thing.
The old dude with an attitude? Yeah, talk to him.
What's his name?
I don't know, I'm not paying.
Celine Dion.
If you can... If you can complete this quest, I can promise you, as the Elder Druva, I will reward you greatly for your assistance in purifying and protecting the land of Nimoria, for bringing back peace to the rest of the great Nimoria.
Okay.
We got this.
Well, this should be easy, because I'm not scared of nothing.
Everything is awesome.
I kind of imagine him singing that as he's like walking through the
Everything is awesome. You're part of the team.
No,
Oh, yes, dirty stick. Everything is awesome.
That's just insulting. But, okay.
But true.
Yeah.
It's insulting because it's true.
Yeah. Alright, let's go.
All right, so you walk over, and it takes some time because the cliffs of Wosha are quite large
Yes, they're
and
wide.
expansive. But you set off on your trek.
Okay.
You leave the longhouse of Wosha, which is Droster, which also has the shrine of Wosha.
That's a good roll, man. Well, I don't know. Being awesome. I don't remember when I rolled before. It was awesome though. Whenever I did. It
I
was
have
awesome.
a jello dice. Look, isn't this like jello?
That makes one
All
eat some
right.
Jello.
Exactly.
So as you approach the edge, now if you look at the image that she sent in the group chat, you can tell that these cliffs are quite high. But as you leave the longhouse of Drew Oster, I'm hoping I'm pronouncing that correctly.
Yeah.
All right. Well, it's all made up for us. So you walk up to the edge of the cliff. Now, you would notice that the wind here is extremely forceful. And chiseled along the edge of the cliff is just, it looks like a few feet wide maybe, but a pathway that's just chiseled into the side of the cliff. So you would need to walk down the side of that cliff face. And this is not like an easy, like, oh, you know, just pop on down and get on out and we'll be all right. This is a long walk down. And as you grow closer to the seaside, you would notice that, like, the sea itself, like the waters are hitting against the cliffside. So you're
itself is
gonna
against
have, like,
us.
it's very cold. It's slippery.
Oh.
It's slippery. I don't know how
It's
else.
narrow.
It's narrow. It's slippery. It's windy. It's cold.
I should probably hold on to someone if I'm gonna fall.
No, not me.
Not you.
Not it.
Hey, come on, big dog. Where's Rogoth? Where's he at?
Wouldn't the biggest person be the most unreliable on a narrow cliff face?
Oh well, we ball.
I'll just ask. I don't know. I mean, he did almost fall into a bridge.
I
But
think if you.
That's true.
amazing climbing.
But his
capability.
climbing is gonna.
Yeah,
go on this
like
Oh, we don't have anything that's
if only he had like a hook and rope.
Yeah.
He could just
yeah,
throw that
dude.
around and climb everywhere.
can't read that. You know how small that is?
Oh my
I'm
gosh.
like almost
It
40,
says
dude. What does that
enabler bonus to run, climb.
Well, there you go. You don't need to sit on anybody. You got this, man.
Don't you also have an initiative enabler?
For what?
Yeah, I have training initiative. I just always forget to say it.
So he's going first. He's going to lead the way down this cliff with his
Oh, I'm
training,
going first?
with
Yeah.
your climbing
Okay.
skills.
Hey, I understand how it is.
But everybody else in
Big
the
dogs
party,
like
go
that,
ahead
dude.
and give me a roll on initiative, just so I know your order.
In the rock.
So we've got
Big it is. It's
14.
like 4 times the size of me.
14. That sounds like it might go first, but we'll see.
I don't know
Like,
if I.
you know,
I
you
mean,
like to use ice
go
I don't know how I feel about
Hey,
that.
Hey,
14 plus 3, that's 17.
Yeah, you're up here
okay, good.
All the way up there. Wait, why am I up there?
because you're in the front.
You're already on the wall.
I'm assuming 17 is going to be the
So
best.
he's actually going down, but like
Roll your d8.
8.
here.
8.
Put him right here.
Can
He's
we just?
climbing down
We're just
the
going to
cliff.
imagine.
Well, he's so confused.
Let's just use our
He's
imagination.
confused.
Well, he's
His
always
intelligence
confused.
is only 11.
All right. So this is a cliff pathway. You're on.
Okay.
You're in the front. You're in the front.
I'm in the front. Why am I in the front?
All right. I'm assuming that it's going to be the preacher, the guardian. How did you roll?
Did I roll?
You need to for a
Yeah,
d20.
I'll roll. Can I just like ride on someone's back?
And the lady folk.
No,
Yeah,
Why not?
d20.
you cannot ride on somebody's
I'm just a
back.
pile of hollow bones.
We got 2 people
You're
ready.
not a bird.
4.
I got 12.
Dang, your rolls suck.
I'm carrying some heavy
Roll again.
4, okay?
I was doing that. Maybe
Okay,
you
I'm
should
going
be
with
so
the
I
first
have a
roll.
lot more pieces
What is
than
that?
you did.
Maybe you should
first
be
roll
so
was 12.
greedy.
This roll was 1.
What's your might? What's your might? 13. That's why you're complaining.
Ooh, and that second was 2. Nice. 14. I wasted that one.
All right. So I think this is our order by the understanding that I have. It would be young YipYap,
Young.
the Grumman Fey. How old is he?
He's wise. That's all I know. I don't even know my age.
Here's the young YipYap, and then you have the great Noll Jostein,
Are we supposed
Hey,
to
I don't know my
how old?
age
I don't know. I don't know how old I am.
admired by millions.
I
Here.
am a human, so I am. I'm gonna say 34. That's
Followed
a good year.
closely
37 and
34.
struggling.
No,
by his
34 is a good
apprentice.
year for me.
What is it?
Yeah, I just.
the Jhinn,
I'm gonna say I'm
Callus,
at least.
Jhinn.
and then you have Rogoth
Jhinn.
taking up the back, which he is the bodyguard, so that makes sense. And just behind him is the Druva, who's responsible for keeping everybody on track.
We determined that he's at least 2 years
At
old,
least.
and I'm around 34.
So I could be 2 and up, like a Lego set.
Anywhere from 2 to 99.
I think it's 104 now.
Well, how long do Gromans live?
They did that for Betty White.
I don't know. She's dead
A
now.
long
She
time.
ain't
Oh,
104.
a long time?
I'm
like
sure.
a couple
They're
hundred
Fae.
years?
Yeah, they're Fae.
You live a couple hundred years.
I'm gonna say I'm at least
20.
2. So
2.
that's what I'm going
This
with.
explains so
All
much.
right.
So much.
But don't forget I'm wise. Don't let that slip your mind.
We will see.
No, I am
As
wise.
is precisely what we're going to
I
find
know
out.
myself best, and I'm telling you I'm wise.
All right. So
Gromman terrible twos. Worst.
I'm too wise to react to that.
all right.
That
So
was pretty wild.
Or he just
To
doesn't,
be fair, in his defense.
he just doesn't understand the joke.
everybody give me a defense roll real quick.
What?
We're going to base it off of a level 4 threat. That is a 12.
17.
Wait, for what? For speed?
So speed defense?
Speed defense, yes.
Roll speed
Okay.
defense.
It's a
You
9
have
for
bonus
me.
to that. Roll speed defense.
A 15. I'm rolling good.
Speed defense.
7.
And you have a train, so you get a +3 to it.
Okay, here we go.
18!
This is
I
going
have
to be
no
20, 20,
abilities
20,
that will help me
20,
in
20.
roll, so
I rolled a 20. So it's 23.
he did roll that 20.
I did, see?
Okay, I was making sure
It's
that.
So he
yeah, that is a
exceptionally
7.
succeeded. Which
Scared me
makes
for a
sense.
second.
It's the water attacking us.
Actually, you see this large creature fly from the water.
What?
Like a flying fish. But if you imagine the fish being like the size of a shark.
It's a flying shark.
Why are there flying
Sharknado.
Sharks.
Who knows? It's gliding on mana-like, fin things, manta fins. It's
Manta
like
ray
a flying
fins.
shark. It's like a flying fish. Have you ever seen a flying fish? It just has to get enough, momentum, and then it hits out of the water, and it glides on the air,
Yeah.
and crashes into Rogoth.
That makes
What
sense.
did you roll?
A 7.
Oh, poor guy.
And you see Rogoth and the flying shark creature now falling back down towards the water.
No.
But,
Can I entangle him on his way down? To try to I don't know if that would work.
It's happening too quick.
let's see. I'm going to put him on this
Well, hold
tier.
on. See,
I don't
this,
know.
this might be things come out.
I don't
want to
be Gwen
but I
Stacy
feel like
right
I could
now.
make something come out of the cliff and grab him.
I know. I got you.
But I
Sure.
don't know how the wording is. You have to look up.
Entangling?
136.
136.
I want to entangle him before he falls. Do you want to fall? Are you okay with this?
I
Hey,
think
are
he
you okay
just-
with falling?
I think he just doesn't want to get his back snapped,
Oh, like from that one movie.
like Gwen Stacy. Yeah.
Oh, you won't be Gwen. You have way more strength than Gwen.
Dude, that was so sad.
Gwen had 2 might. You got this, dude.
All right, so a target within short range is subject to a snare constructed of a semi-tangible. That's what you're doing, entangling force. Yeah. So semi-tangible lines of force for 1 minute. The force snare is a level 2 construct. The target caught in the force snare cannot move from its position, but it can attack and defend normally. The target can also use its action attempting to break free. I would think that since
he uses action to attempt to
maybe
climb
since
back up?
he's in the mouth of the flying fish, and he's falling down, you can entangle the flying fish
Okay. Then
instead of entangling him.
let's do that, and that way he can fight and punch it in the face like that's what you're supposed to do with sharks.
All right, so that
And then
costs
he
you.
can try to climb back up.
It's an action to initiate.
What
You need to roll against the creature.
Shark?
The shark, yes.
What's
So
so
it's a level
difficult?
4, so that's 12.
I could set it on fire.
And I have an effort.
I can also set it on fire.
My cost is free because I have an edge, but I have
Uh-huh.
one effort, so that would be 2 or 3.
How much age do you have in intellect?
1. So, but I mean that.
So 2.
That just means it's free here.
Oh, I got you. So it would be 3 starting out. The first attempt is 3.
now
Every
it's
time after is
9.
2. Yes.
18.
Booyakasha. So that would actually provide you.
What is that?
Henry Cargill
You wrote his name?
or Hank? Yeah, because it's Henry Cavill.
Yes,
yeah,
Hank
I spent the night
Cargill.
with him. I had to remember what his
You're
name
still
was.
thinking about him?
Well, I couldn't. ask if I didn't
18.
remember
So
his
that
name.
actually
It was
gives
like
you
sexy
a
farmer
damage
stuff.
bonus. Are you listening there,
Yes,
Druva?
damage bonus. Gotcha.
You're getting distracted by the Grommen
He's
tonight.
talking to me about Henry Cavill.
Goodness gracious. So you normally have with entangling force.
I don't think it's damage. I think it's just.
There is no damage initially, but since you rolled an 18, it does actually provide 2 points of damage
To the shark.
to the shark.
All right. Someone else. hit it
So
with a
as
different
you're
attack.
falling down the cliffside, this thing's got you in its bite.
Mm-hmm.
You're going down the cliffside, and then all of a sudden, from out of the cliffside come these roots, like large oaken roots, that grab a hold of the fish and grip it tightly to the wall. And you actually hear some kind of a squishing noise inside of it.
Mm-hmm.
You would have an ability to climb at this point if you wanted to.
Yes, I do want to
Can
climb.
he punch it and then climb?
Or you can kill it, whatever.
I'm just going to climb.
Okay, that sounds fair.
It's trapped.
Oh, trapped.
Not
I thought
trout.
you said it's
trapped.
a trout.
It's trapped.
It's a trout.
That never got a fish.
I'm going to try and climb. And I am trained in it.
Nice.
Jeez.
It's a 5.
I'm not re-rolling.
Oh, it's a wheeze.
Well, what's his difficulty to climb?
Higher than a 5.
And you're trained, so you get
plus
8.
3.
So it's an 8 at least minimum, right?
Yeah.
Do you have any edge?
I mean, he could have lowered it down, but he didn't.
I didn't want to lower it.
And he doesn't want to pay for it. So as he's
I should be rolling better.
yanked
This is
into the
stupid.
side of the cliff wall, the shark releases its grip upon Rogoth, and Rogoth begins to slide down the cliff face towards the rushing
good.
waters that actually seem to very aggressively crash against the entryway to the sea cave of Drulakar. Do y'all want to continue trying to attack this fish? It is
Why are we
crushed
attacking
against
it?
the wall.
Yeah, I want to throw
it
the
just
leg
chopped
in
him.
it. I've been trying
Is
to
it
get rid of
continuing
I wanna
to
throw
chomp
my leg.
He was falling.
You
I
successfully
trapped
throw the
in
decaying grommen leg at the shark.
Did it do anything?
It eats it. It just-
Good boy.
Can we attack it, please?
No,
if
we
you
need
want
to keep
to,
going.
it's kind of just
I just used my action.
it's stuck against the cliff
Wait a
face.
second.
Attack it.
Does anyone have any bombs?
You have attacks. Attack it.
Just it is stuck.
It's trapped.
It's trapped against the cliff face.
But-
He's free of it. He's falling towards the water.
So hold up. When it comes out, it's just gonna fall.
Yeah, it's just a
Oh,
regular flying
alright.
fish. It's not like a
So we need to
like
try
a
to
flap
help
its
him.
wings
Does
flying
anyone
dragon.
else
It's-
have any way to help
I want to kill it.
Rogoth from falling?
Oh, y'all do that. I'm gonna kill this.
Yeah, so
thing.
y'all are up here, and the dying shark is somewhere here, or crushed shark is somewhere
I have
here.
no
And
rope.
Rogoth is way down here going, ooh,
Sounds
as
like
the waters
Tupac.
are starting to like
Is that the sound you're making?
crash against him.
Am I in the water
Are
yet?
those pleasureful
You're about to
sounds?
be. But if you want to find out for sure, I need you to join us next time on the same Saturday Night Gaming time, same Saturday Night Gaming channel. This has been
trained
Tony
in swimming,
presenting
too.
Season 2 of Starfall, presented by Heavenscape. Oh, man. Don't forget to click like, share, and subscribe, and tell your grandmama all about it. Until next time, be good to you.
I hope you enjoyed this week's episode of Starfall. If you did, be sure to head on over to our website at www.saturdaynightgamingllc.com and check out some of our other cool games. Also, make sure to like, share, and subscribe on all of our social media platforms. I hope you have a fantastic week, and until next time, this is Laura Hibbard with Saturday Night Gaming signing off.